You're 14 years old, herding goats on a hillside in Georgia, 1582, when the raiders come. Black smoke rises from your village below as men with curved swords drag screaming girls from burning houses. Strong hand seize you. Rope burns your wrists. And just like that, your childhood dies in the ashes of everything you've ever known. The slave trader circles you like a jeweler inspecting stolen treasure, measuring your height, testing your skin for flaws, checking your walk for signs of obedience. 3 weeks later, you're standing veiled in gauze so thin it hides nothing. A eunuch in silk robes nods. Coins change hands, and you become the Sultan's newest acquisition. The carriage rattles towards Topkapi Palace, its walls rising like a mountain of stone and secrets. At the gates, the Khizar Aga, the chief eunuch of the harem, inspects your group with the precision of a jeweler examining stones. His dark robes whisper power. Fresh flowers for the Sultan's garden, he purrs. But his smile has teeth. The hammam is your first taste of palace life. Marble floors, steam thick enough to drown in, attendants who scrub your skin until it bleeds. Senior matrons conduct health inspections in private rooms, their hands clinical, their eyes calculating. Your body is an investment now. Your new name is Sinaz, graceful, charming. Your old name dies with your old life. They dress you in simple cotton and teach you the rules. You're a carrier now, a slave trainee in the palace school. A possession, a breathing ornament in the Sultan's collection. The dormitory houses 20 girls, all torn from different corners of the empire. They teach you Turkish with strict discipline, obedience through careful surveillance. But they teach you Islam with patience and kindness. The only time you don't feel watched like prey. 2 years pass. You're 16 now, carved into something graceful, silent, dangerous in your beauty. The palace has a hierarchy. Valid Sultan Nurbanu at the top, under her, the chief consort, Haseki Sultan Safiye, then the senior consorts. Beneath them, the favorites, and at the bottom, girls like you, trainees and attendants, waiting to be chosen. At dawn, even before the Fajr prayer, you slip into your role like a costume. Eyes down, steps measured, voice sugar-coated. You're no longer a breathing girl, but background music in someone else's performance. You've learned to move like smoke, to survive on scraps of approval. The Valide Sultan, Nurbanu, watches everything with calculating intelligence. Competition is a living thing here, fed by desperation. The girl who arrived with you spreads rumors that you still pray to your Christian God. You find chicken blood in your bed and accusations of blasphemy following you. Only quick thinking saves you. You publicly burn a hidden cross and recite Islamic prayers until your voice breaks. She disappears the next week. Windows don't leave rope burns on necks. Music lessons consume your afternoons. Your fingers bleed learning to oud. Dancing is worse. Movements designed to seduce. Every gesture a promise. You practice until your feet crack, until the rhythm pounds in your skull like a headache. Your chance comes through an internal presentation. The Hazinedar Usta, senior treasurer, pins a jewel at your shoulder. The Khizar Aga, the chief eunuch, leads you through quiet courtyards to the Sultan's private chambers. No audience, no applause. Just a door that closes softly behind you. His eyes find you for the first time. The world stops. What is your name, flower? Sinaz, my sultan. You shall attend me tonight. That night, eunuchs carry you to his chambers on a litter like a sacrifice. What happens isn't love, it's conquest. You submit because resistance means death. Smile because tears mean weakness. Pretend pleasure because his satisfaction is your survival. 3 months later, you're pregnant. The news spreads like wildfire. You're moved to better quarters, elevated to a senior consort. But the upgrade comes with a price. Every meal could be poisoned. Every friendly face could hide an assassin's heart. Your son is born during spring rains. His first cry travels through chambers thick with incense and intrigue. The moment they place him in your arms, you understand what love can cost. You would kill entire kingdoms for this child. Sultan Murad III visits to inspect his newest heir, holding the baby like a merchant examining goods. Strong lungs, he grunts. He'll need them. Your elevation brings new dangers disguised as privileges. Better food you'll barely touch. More servants who could be spies. Richer clothes that feel like funeral shrouds. Your salvation comes when the Sultan begins showing genuine interest beyond your body. You find yourself summoned to his private study, where you learn to offer counsel disguised as casual observation. Your influence grows like a vine. Courtiers begin approaching you with requests they once took directly to the throne. But power is poison that tastes sweet. The girl who once herded goats is disappearing, replaced by someone harder, colder. When a young attendant reminds you too much of your former self, you have her transferred to the old palace, effectively ending her chances. You call it mercy, but know it's murder of a different kind. Your son grows clever, already showing intelligence that could make him a contender for the throne. In the harem's twisted logic, this makes him both precious and doomed. Haseki Sultan Safiye, whose influence grows as Nurbanu ages, corners you in the gardens. "Your bastard will never wear the crown," she hisses. "I'll see him dead first." You don't flinch. "Touch my son, and I'll feed your entrails to the palace cats." By age 8, your son is old enough to be seen as a real threat. You surround him with loyal food tasters, train guards you trust with your life. You teach him to be suspicious of gifts, wary of strangers. You're teaching a child to survive in a den of silk-draped vipers. January 1595. Murad III is dead. By dawn, his son Mehmed III sits on the throne. Before the city wakes, silk cords finish their work. 19 princes, your son's uncles, are carried out wrapped in linen. All except your son, deemed too young to be a direct threat. Yet, you watch from your window as they carry out 19 bodies. You remember the nursery, the smell of milk, the sound of tiny breath. Now imagine 19 lives snuffed out before dawn. Your son at 13 shows dangerous promise. Intelligent, charming, attractive. When he accidentally witnesses a secret meeting between the Sultan and Venetian merchants, whispers begin that he's become too knowledgeable, too much of a risk. Your desperate plan unfolds over months. Using your network of spies, you arrange for your son to contract a serious illness, requiring treatment at Medres, a religious school, outside the city. The fever is real enough, carefully induced. The symptoms convincing. There, he recovers slowly while you arrange his transformation. A merchant caravan needs educated men. Your son, now using his grandfather's name and claiming to be an orphaned court official's child, joins them. His royal education serves him well. He can read maps, speak languages, handle horses. He's 15 when he disappears into the dust of trade routes, carrying your heart into exile. Your son's escape leaves you hollowed out, but you've learned to wear masks. Back in 1583, when Nurbanu had died and Safiya rose as the new power behind the throne, you continued serving. Now, fate has one final twist. During a diplomatic crisis with Venice, your knowledge of the old sultan's secret deals make you invaluable. You never receive a formal title, but power flows through different channels. Through Akira, a Jewish intermediary who trades letters and jewels, your whispers reach Venice and back. Favors cross the lattice faster than official decrees. You've achieved something no concubine before you ever dreamed of. Real influence that doesn't depend on beauty or the current sultan's favor. Years pass. Reports trickle in of a brilliant young general in the eastern provinces. A man of unknown parentage rising through the ranks with impossible speed. You never confirm it's your son, never risk his safety by claiming him, but your heart knows. The fever comes suddenly, burning through your body like wildfire. At 52, your body finally rebels against decades of silk-wrapped survival. Palace physicians shake their heads. Even the most powerful woman in the empire can't cheat death forever. You lie surrounded by rosewater and candlelight, servants whispering Quranic verses. Your breathing grows shallow as consciousness drifts like smoke. Then, footsteps echo in the corridor. Boots, not slippers. Your maid whispers urgently to the eunuch guarding your door. There's a man asking to see her. He says he's her son. Through fever-hazed eyes, you see him. Tall, broad-shouldered, wearing the uniform of a Sanjak Bey, a provincial governor. The face is older, weathered by desert campaigns, but the eyes are unmistakable. Your eyes. He kneels beside your bed, and his voice is deeper now, but carries the same stubborn tone you remember. You told me to trust no one, but I trusted you, and I made it back. Your trembling hands find his face, tracing features that blend his father's strength with your determination. You lived, you whisper, voice barely a breath. That's all I ever wanted. I carry your blood, he says, pressing something small into your palm, a carved wooden goat, worn smooth by years of handling. That makes me unbreakable. You close your eyes, finally unafraid. Your last thought isn't of the life stolen from you, but of the legacy you forged in fire and silk.